Again? What is that on your face?
Oh, I got very distracted 85% of the way through shaving and just didn't get around to it yet.
Yeah, that's what
Does that mean you like it?
I don't know. I need to feel it before I can give my approval. So I have to wait till you're in Sweden next time around. But keep growing it, you know? Maybe it'll be good.
Okay.
I mean, you've had one before, and it was questionable at best, but I'm sure you'll do better this time.
Okay, thanks. Thanks for your support. I really appreciate it, man. So much confidence.
Before we get started, as there might be a level 1 fight here, so I have to hold that thought. Just going to get some D-ward action. Doesn't look like any actual fighting will occur here. I'm going to test my mute button real quick. I don't know if you caught the last time I cast.
Please, yeah, burp, please. You've been saving it?
All right, could you hear that?
I'm sorry to say that no, I could not hear that.
Oh, thank God. All right, I can be as disgusting as I want to be now, and you can't do anything about that, Purge, but talk to me about these lineups.
A little greedy for 5RATFORCESTAFF for sure. I mean, it's a mid-alch and it's a carry juggernaut. Typically, Alchemist is played as a carry, not as a mid, at least in the recent times.
Oh, first blood.
Nice kill.
Divine Llama. The Arctic burn just didn't last long enough to get to the other side of the cliff. Continue, Purge, please. Don't let that stop you.
So I think their lineup might be a little greedy. It could have some tempo issues in the mid game. It kind of depends where Speed wants to go with his build. He doesn't have to go like mega farm. Almost always that is the most viable way to play Alchemist though. So I'd be surprised to not see that. But it's kind of a cool matchup actually against Puck in some ways because Puck has 0 armor basically at level 1. Well, it says 1, but look how much damage he just took in the mid lane. That's shocking. That was acid spray and like 3 right clicks because his armor just gets dropped to almost nothing. Any attacks on him are going to really beat him up. So yeah, right off the bat, Esk losing a lot of regen.
And we should mention, of course, in terms of the standings itself, Wildcard pretty much just set for the fact that they're going to be middle of the pack for the most part. Obviously, the DPC points and prize money do matter, so that's going to be important for them. But from 5RATFORCESTAFF's side, I would say, aside from the money and the DPC points, they want to be out of that bottom 2 slot, which they are tied for pretty much right now. So getting one more series victory, it doesn't guarantee them, but it's based on the teams that are the remaining games, will probably keep them in upper division. So we'll see if they can try to steal one away from Wildcard.
It's a big series for both teams, really, because it's really solidifying you there in the expected position. I think the one good thing about 5RATFORCESTAFF though is the Death Prophet looks pretty effective. Spirit Siphon against a lot of these heroes is really excellent. Against Necrophos, against Bloodseeker. Silence against Puck is really, really good too here. Well, not going to take some damage. Nice little pressure there.
Yep, little Nick
but
playing,
on the wildcard side.
Go ahead, Purge, please.
Sorry, I thought I would just pause for 6 seconds so that you would expect to speak and then I would just interrupt you. It's really the best thing about casting remote personally.
You do this in person too. Don't get too salty here. So we're gonna have a Blade Fury inside the cogs. Alex is gonna be fine for now, but heavy damage done to Devi and Alex.
So anyways, oh damn, I didn't get you.
There, yep, continue, please.
Okay. Necrophos will be very effective this game against the Alchemist, against the Juggernaut, potentially against the Death Prophet. Very tanky heroes, really undercuts some of the value of Full Embrace as well. Solidifying those kills there.
Do you prefer the old...
Yes.
Nice try, I knew you were going to do that. Do you prefer the old Alch ult or the current? We're going to see Cogs again, DNM. With that Blade Fear, this should lead to a kill onto Alex at the very least. Pops the wand, it's getting really low, and they're actually going to turn this around at the DNM, so a 1-for-1 definitely in favor of Wildcard here, as Devi just starting to take... The one that gave you just raw HP instead of regen.
I don't know if I played during that.
What? That was in Dota 2.
That's a mega throwback.
No, that's Dota 2.
Raw HP instead of regen?
Yes, 100%. It gave you just flat amounts of HP. No.
Okay.
All right, somebody in chat, please look that up and tweet at Purge Gamers your disgust that he doesn't know this. And the fact that he keeps interrupting in this cast. Can't blame 200.
You know what I really like though? What I really liked is when you would be able to dodge stuns with transform abilities. Like Alp Transform and Lone Druid Transform as well. You could also stop the damage, I think, too, if you timed it perfectly right. I don't think it quite exists anymore.
Another Blade Fury play here. DNM getting some chip damage onto Alex, who's going to pop his wand and live. I mean, yeah, those were like high skill plays, but then people started doing it more consistently, and then it just felt like it wasn't as exciting anymore. Not sure why they got rid of it, though.
I mean, it's definitely kind of broken. I mean, pro players abuse Manta really effectively, and that dodge timer is really, really small. So the fact that they were able to abuse that, they can't like leave it around for a lot of different other things. It'd be way too good. It's fine.
Well, the mid lane is something that you were highlighting early in terms of the damage being done to S. But you can look at the CS right now, 33-6 to 25-1. And S is about to take out this full wave as well, so he is doing very well on the mid lane puck.
Yeah, and nicely done. Does the mid wave while also orbing towards the small camp. It's one of the values that he's getting out of this. In terms of net worth, if we compare the two, they're not that far off, only about 300 less for speed. He's gotten 2 points for Evil Screed here, so that's accelerating him a little bit. But he's not quite able. Actually, Esk is just owning. Holy shit! He got 3 out of 4 denies there on that wave.
Yeah, we were watching that one.
Destroyed him.
That was a rough one.
Whoa. Yeah, that's gonna hurt the gold gain. That's for sure. But he'll spend some time jungling too. That's one good way to accelerate himself on the Alk side.
So Panel,
maybe if the lane doesn't go well.
Panel is kind of talking about the build on Alk, but is there something specific you want to see in this game? As top lane, a little bit of action to get to hold that thought purge. Cookie not able to make it to the low ground, so Sammy Boy will drop.
So I guess something that isn't super farm heavy would be the ideal. Something that can get stuff done. The problem is that Elk's stun is definitely usable, but it takes a little bit of forethought. You have to like prep it, then blink in and stun usually. Otherwise your opponents are going to just run away, dodge, stun, silence you, stuff like that. He is going to queue up Radiance still, so he will still go the traditional build, but ideally I would like to see him be ready to fight at a reasonable time. Will that happen? Not so sure. But if he goes like Radiance, BKB, then Blink, that'd be around the normal build, but I'd like to see him a little bit more active, basically, than normal. Or what they can do is just kind of use Jug as more of like a healing ward bot. He can go utility as well, and allow Alk to be the tower hitter.
Yeah, we'll have to see what they end up doing. As I mean, still in the laning stage, but Wildcard with a 1K lead against an Alchemist. Typically not a good sign. But there are stacks being made in the triangle for the old Alki. So if he's able to take that, then perhaps can catapult them back into this game. As Divide Llama, obviously, the panel also talked about one of these guys in NA that you got to get rid of the Timbersaw. That's like his hero. And just having somebody on your team that forces the other team to have to ban a hero every game or they just get crushed. Pretty valuable. As you're going to see the battery assault with the death pulse from Divide Llama. Albino Zebra does get off the cold embrace. See if they can actually finish him off. The Reaper Scythe, no mana quite yet. 14 mana away. As now he gets it with the regen. Oh, Albino Zebra showing himself so that he can go back to Fountain. And Divide Llama and Alex, they're going to see a DNM. They're going to get some nice gold for this healing ward at the very least. And DNM is going to get caught by that battery assault. Cogs actually sticking him between a creep. So this Blade Fury really kind of wasted. And now he's on the run, but I don't think they're going to be able to catch up to him. But he's burning.
Death Pulse range.
Oh, another Urn. Rocket Flare. Okay, I think he's dead. Pops the wand. And yeah, Urn charge.
Okay.
Wow. They are dominating this lane hard.
That's pretty cool. I really like that. I mean, Urn does 200 damage. He was taking Heartstopper Aura the whole time, plus the 80 damage Rocket Flare. Not bad. I would have given up on that kill, but they read it right.
Rupture at the top lane. Lil Nick is dead.
Yeah, nothing he can do there, basically. He's going to get caught by Puck either way. Rupture, very, very good against Death Prophet. That's a hero that needs to move to survive, so that pick from the Wildcard Gaming side is really, really solid. But 2k advantage at 8 minutes is quite a lot already here. Good rotation from Esk that also gives Sam some nice levels. He goes to the mid lane, so it's always good to see when teams do this. The mid goes to gank, and the 5 position catches up in levels in the mid lane without too much being lost here.
So
Speed finally getting decent last hits, at least. His net worth is higher.
Yeah, and he can still go into the jungle. There's the stacks are, they got a lot of ancient stacks. I don't know if he's be able to do that one. His DNF again. This feels like a literal replay of what we just watched. But he does get the Blade Fury off outside of the cog, so we'll get away safely. And Albino Zebra they're just hounding him. No TPs to come as of yet. Albino Zebra inside the trees. This is one of the most awkward kills that I've seen in quite some time. Divine Llama does not have his Reaper Scythe for another 7 seconds. What is this? They're just waiting for the Reaper. Oh, he auto-attacked. Okay. Just wants the regen.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna. They don't want to burn the Reaper Scythe because that gives them kill potential against the Juggernaut, right? If Reaper's is gone, Jug can kind of lane. Ooh, good catch.
Yeah, coil. Down goes Giant.
So keep the Reaper Scythe, keep dominating the lane. In fact, he's got Spirit Vessel finished at 9 minutes. His net worth is almost the same as Alchemist, so they want to definitely keep this. That way the other players need to be a little bit careful too.
Yeah.
This is all completely fine for them. Generally, when you play Winter Wyvern, actually, one of the nice things about the hero is you can defend the safe lane really well, but he burned Arctic Burn without flying into the trees. Usually you just want to like spam Splinter Blast on the creep wave, then go hide in the trees, then continue to spam Splinter Blast, that kind of thing, but they haven't gotten that opportunity here. And the fact that Jug has had to jungle is just going to make this worse here. It's not 6 yet.
Yeah,
now
oh boy, he's in some trouble. And by that, I mean he's likely dead. Hookshot comes out from Alex, who is level 6. DNM does have that healing ward, giving him a little bit of HP. Gets dropped shortly after, along with himself. And this, it only said, I mean, 3K even at this stage for a normal game is a decent amount. But this is against an Alchemist, so I promise you, this is a huge shellacking right now. Little Nick, TP. This time, nice. They do get out with their lives.
Yeah, that was a good call there. He used his movement speed to escape, said he wouldn't get Reaper Scythe. Divine Llama's first big rotation doesn't work out, but Wildcard Gaming does not really care that much. Maybe they waste one Rupture, but the ganks won't stop. Alex now going against DNM. Really doesn't care about the spin that much.
Yeah, he's just standing his ground, knowing that Eve has his back. They're going to have some nice vision here, but it looks like Wildcard are going to reset in the bot lane.
I mean, clock's like a full level ahead of Jug, for God's sake. That's really struggling for them. They can't even defend their mid tower barely. I mean, if they get Radiance, it's going to change things a little bit because their ability to fight is certainly going to go up. But if you think about what we've seen Alk do all game, it's hit creeps. What has Puck done? Puck has been in 4 total kills for 11 minutes. It's just not been the same. And his net worth is almost at Alchemist. So the impact that they've had on the Wildcard Gaming draft is just completely night and day. And this is expected because they did have a greedy draft for the 5RAT side. But
Sammy Boy gets the initiation off onto speed. Doesn't look like S wants to pop that coil, as they don't really have much mana after the fact to try to finish that kill off. And you can see DNM still working on the Maelstrom, still quite a ways away. And like you said, the levels is really hurting him as well. I mean, Little Nick is about to hit level 9, and their position 1 Jug is 6. That is huge discrepancy.
I mean, he's done a lot of running back to the safe lane, being zoned out of the safe lane, happy to walking away, spending time jungling. Then he goes back to the safe lane again. He's died 3 times. All of this, man, his net worth is so low, actually. It's net worth and its levels as well.
Yep, Divine Llama, he's going to get ganked. This would be a really big kill for 5RATFORCESTAFF. Inside that Wukong's command, the spin is there, but it's not enough damage. Divine Llama is super fine. Now Hookshot with that Spirit Vessel onto Little Nick. And the Reaper Scythe is going to bring Divine Llama back to a respectable amount of HP. Another Spirit Vessel used to take out DNM. So big turnaround from Wildcard, and this is getting out of control now.
Yeah, that was close to being fine. Like, that rotation on paper is good, but Divine Llama's really far ahead. He got his TP interrupted at least, so he can't go defend the mid push a little, but like, his max HP is 1700 here with the Spirit Vessel, the Bracer, the Fluffy Hat, the Wand. So normally when you Jug spin on a Necrophos when he's got Ghost Rat up, you just kill him. But his raw HP was so high, and the Jug spin was only level 3, so the damage just wasn't there.
Yeah, we're going to see Speed just run right through the Rupture thanks to his ultimate, giving regen.
Thank God it's not HP.
His Courier got killed, by the way, that had the rest of his Radiance. That hurts big time. Spirit Vessel applied, and he's just going to drop to the casual right-click from Divine Llama. Looks like the Wyvern is likely to be next, and Monkey King as well. So Wildcard getting literally everything that they want with seemingly minimal effort. They're going to get the tier 1 as well on top of all of that. And with the delay on the Radiance, that is just going to add insult to injury for 5RATFORCESTAFF.
I mean, they had Dream Coil there, but that was basically it.
Hey, look at that. 6.79 no longer provides bonus HP.
Oh, I was playing in 2013.
Yeah, you were. 6.79.
Incredible.
That's actually... Oh. Yep, hook shot cancels, and it's going to be yet another kill. Does have Omni Slash, but no opportunity to use it there.
Game looks very, very simple for Wildcard Gaming. They're just crushing every single team fight, getting more and more ahead here. Eves' net worth it's up there. Alchemist still has a lot of net worth, but compared to the Jug, it's not going to be any problem. Rupture's quite good against Juggernaut as well. Obviously, he can Omni Slash, and he can obviously spin in place too to defend himself a bit, but the damage potential coming out of 5RAT is currently looking rough. Death Prophet is another great damage source, but you know, Rupture or Reaper Sight, they just have really good abilities for picking off these like individually very tanky heroes or putting them in a bad spot.
Were you expecting a shellacking like this? Because I think Wildcard is favor. I didn't think by this much though. I feel like one or the other is overperforming or underperforming, you know?
I think Wildcard is playing like they normally do, and I think 5RATFORCESTAFF is underperforming right now. But 5RATFORCESTAFF's performances have been very up and down.
Right.
They've had some games that were really solid. Good try to catch Giant there. Like some series they play like against Nouns. Was it Nouns? No, I'm thinking... I can't remember, but 5RATFORCESTAFF does have some good series for sure. They've had other series where they look not good. This is maybe one of those not so good games for sure, but it could also just be Wildcard Gaming playing even better than normal. But their drafts on 5RAT side can be kind of funky, and I would say this is definitely one of them too, because they just don't have any kind of mid pressure. Alk is still 0 assists. Obviously, they only have 2 kills as a team, but he hasn't even tried to get a kill other than defending the mid tower, basically. So,
yeah, well, when you get that Radiance, it's time to farm even more. You know,
that's true.
Feels so good.
And then when you get that Blink Dagger, you can go from camp to camp faster and continue farming.
That's right. So the Radiance came 30 seconds slower, but the Courier was dead for 2 minutes. So it actually would have been a pretty well-timed Radiance. I mean, the only problem, of course, for them is that the other mid laner, the puck is doing really well, and the other lanes are just disastrous for 5RATFORCESTAFF. There's a concoction on himself. Nice cogs from Alex. As you can see, the Mortimer's Kisses and the coil being expended. So much damage with very little. Yeah, we're going to see the Reaper Scythe now as well. So Divine Llama gets the double. Albino Zebra looks to be next. They're just lining up and dropping like flies. Speed with that Radiance. He's going to get silent. Spirit Vessel is so good against his hero. Sammy Boy gets credit for that. So these fights have not been remotely close.
Yeah, they didn't have vision when they walked in, so that pushback was perfectly timed there by Alex. So Alk wastes his initiation. He gets Dream Coiled, so he can't even run on his opponents. The burst that goes on the Jug leads to him dying too, and sure, he eventually lands 1 stun here, but it just doesn't matter that much. In the live game, they're not done diving here. They dive mid, they kill Lil Nick.
Yeah.
Not done again.
This is a Gaben's top hat shellacking. I'm calling it now, Purge. It is possible to get back to a mustache if 5RATFORCESTAFF show some life, but I have seen no life, just death.
They need to jump and get some good team fight going, basically. Having vision advantage is a good way to do this, but they need to get a Wyvern ulti ideally. Maybe some Alk stun follow-up. Maybe Monkey King is the guy that scouts this for them. Those would be the go-to things to do, but it's still going to be hard. They've got Cookie to use defensively.
Oh my god.
Divine Llama. Like he just...
Wow. That is... Yeah. The damage coming out from the Death Seeker and just 1 Death Pulse to Jug is almost all his HP.
Yeah, that's why a lot of Jug's skill stats, his raw HP is really small, especially when he's this far behind.
Alex, double cog pushback. Hook shots to Divine Llama, and he's going to be fine. So no kill for 5RATFORCESTAFF. We're starting to look very desperate to find one.
Yeah.
And we're at 18 minutes, not to harp on the Jug's farm, 18 minutes, no Maelstrom yet. As Lil Nick, he's going to get ruptured with that Spirit Vessel, and he's going to force Staff to death.
His team was not feeling that initiation. They just watched him cross the river, and they were like, nah, they just stood there. Just absolutely stood there.
Gracious. I feel like we should put the not safe for work tag on this stream, because this is absolutely dirty and disgusting to watch. As Alchemist is dead in the bot lane. And yeah, this is the reverse 3-2-2, so at least that gets accomplished for 5RATFORCESTAFF. And Giant,
very cool.
He's
part
in
of part of history.
in the enemy
That
base.
Can somebody tip this man?
Is he trying to get courier kills? Is that what he's
that's definitely what he's doing.
Okay, well, there's
Almost
one.
gonna get this one.
Yeah, no, okay. Yeah, oh, if he doesn't get this, if he doesn't get this, oh my god. Oh no,
Please kill this guy, man.
we need a replay of that after this fight.
Oh no.
Dude, this is so hard to watch.
Oh my god. Okay. So
GG
is that an umbrella, dude? I don't know.
Oh my god. This is as close to an umbrella, but we can't. I can't give the umbrella out yet. I'm sorry. That is a top of the top hat. Holy shit. That was technically a